All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to KSR Fans playing Star Trek Online. And today we are going to be playing a game called What's in the Box. Now, for point of reference, I'm going to explain what all of these different boxes are. Now, we're not talking about the loot crates here. This is going to be different, so we're ignoring those today since that costs actual money. And we're not really talking about these advanced, R&D drop boxes since they're common enough anyway. You don't really need to talk about the stuff that they give. What we are talking about today, we're talking about the daily endeavor boxes, the uncommon, the rare, and the very rare. Now, as you can see, I've already got stacks of 99 uncommon, rare, and very rare personal endeavor boxes that you get by doing the daily endeavors. You have to complete either, you have to complete one of these randomly assigned missions. You have to get the defeat Vaudouar to get the ground, to get the uncommon. You have to defeat the Herc attendants to get the rare. Then you have to defeat Tholian ships to get the very rare, and you get experience points for all three of those. And you're going to get random stuff out of these. Now, I'm going to do a demonstration since I've got more than 100 of these. I'm going to do a demonstration for you of what's in an uncommon box. All right. So we just got 150,000 energy credits just randomly on that. This package contains the rewards for completing an easy personal endeavor. Opening this package will reward you with one random entry from the following. You'll either get the lithium, energy credits, a marked choice box, R&D materials, or specialization point experience. All rewards except for specialization point experience can re-roll as rarer qualities, resulting in higher rewards. So for that, I think it goes like 50, 100,000, and then 150. So we actually got a pretty good energy credit return for that uncommon. Now we're going to test the rare, and this one you'll get two of these. This one only gives you one. This one will give you two. So you get the lithium, energy, marks, R&D, specialization. You get two randomly ones. Let's see what opening a rare one gets us. Normal R&D materials and 50,000 energy credits. Okay, so you see how that works. Now we're going to try a very rare personal endeavor box. And this one will actually give you all 5 of these. So you'll get everything. You'll get the dilithium, energy credits, mark choice box, R&D, and specialization point experience. So we'll just go ahead and open one. And there we go. We got 200,000 energy credits. We got normal R&D. We got mark package. And we got more normal R&D. So we got a pretty good run out of that. Now, what we're going to take a look at here, we're going to go to our assets here. We're actually going to close that. Now, we are starting this with 20,579. And I'm going to mark that down somewhere. Well, actually, it's 20,579,487 credits. Now, the last three are probably not going to change all that much, but we're going to see how many energy credits we're going to get for all of these boxes here. Now, I know we're going to get a ton from the very rare boxes, so we're just going to do all of the uncommons first. We're going to do all uncommons here. And we may have to scrounge a little bit, so I may have to get rid of this mark package. And I'm going to take that as, well, let's see, can I get discovery for that right now? No, can't get discovery, so I'm just going to take that as fleet marks. That's fine. And I'm going to come back to this. All right, now I've got 99 plus 4, so I've got 103 uncommon personal endeavor reward boxes, and I'm going to go ahead and open all 103 of them right now. So keep track of the left side of your screen, and we're going to see how many energy credits we're going to get for all of these. Ready? Go. Okay. We are getting all kinds of experience. Okay. So we just opened all of those uncommon and we got 5,850,000 credits out of that. So we got 5,850,000. We're probably going to add to that again. But first, I'm going to have to go through this, and I have to take all of these marks as fleet. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Probably going to have to do a lot of inventory shuffling here in a moment. And you can just right click, you can just use all of these here. You'll just have to kind of go through each of these menus. Okay. Oh, 100. Use that. So we'll get a lot of reputation marks out of all of this. Probably get at least now we've got 103 of the rare personal endeavor boxes. Now, what I might have to do is I have to go through this. I have to go through the overflow bag. Yeah, use those. This is probably going to take a little bit of time here. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Now, we got a bunch of these 1/4 specialization points, so we're not going to touch those yet. We don't really need to touch those at all here, but the next boxes that we're going to be opening are going to be these rare personal endeavor boxes. And for just the sake of making it easier to open all of these, I'm going to put the 4 and the 99 here for my 103 there, and my 103 here. And I'm going to put this over here. That should clear out the spot here. Okay. Now, 103, rare personal endeavor. Here we go. probably going to have to go back and see how much dilithium I got out of all the other stuff. Come on. Give me some more. I've already got 20,000 dilithium. Wow. Okay. 8,950,000 energy credits and 22,250 dilithium. Wow. Wow. That is going to be a lot of energy credits that we are adding here. So we're going to have to go through. Okay. I have to open these hundreds. I wish they stacked. And of course, you're not going to be able to take them as anything for discovery yet. 100. Alright, another 100. And we're going to have to really shuffle the inventory for this. So just taking all this in fleet marks is not going to be too bad. Just wish there was like a way you could like auto select however many fleet marks or whatever selection you want. Like if you want fleet marks, you can default to that, or if you want to select manually, that would give you another option. Meantime, you got to open all these things like little cans within cans. It's kind of what this game is. It's a game of containers. Everything is a coding container. And, that may sound kind of ludicrous now, but people who are into computer programming understand exactly what I'm talking about. Coding containers are basically little subroutines that you write, and if you've coded them properly, they execute what you want them to do. If not, then they just return an error, nothing else. But okay. Oh, and a 300 mark. Okay, so we're going to take that. Okay, so we got 22,500 dilithium out of all this. How many energy credits are we at? All right, so far we are already at 35,379,487 energy credits, and we also have unrefined dilithium ore. Now, it's not going to affect the refined ore. That you can only get 8,000 every 20 hours on that. So we're still sitting at 1,229,294. And if I think I remember, it was like 22,000. So we were at like 1,207,000. So we're going to see how much is left in these remaining boxes for the very rares. Now, what I'm also going to have to do is I'm going to have to clear some space for the moment in my bank, because I got to get rid of some stuff. Alright, let's go to my bank. And I'm going to also open a bunch of these as well and get rid of them. These faction-specific colonists, these faction-specific prisoners, and Ferengi traders. The first-time buyers pack. This I'm going to keep. That I'm going to keep. Well, they're already bound. I'll keep them for when I, get an account bank going. That I don't need, but, I'll open all this other stuff here, the R&D packs. That I'll get rid of. I'll tell you what. Let's unload what we're going to... Oh, and we had an overflow bag. Alright, I'm going to come back to the bank. We're going to get these overflow. Another 200 fleet marks out of the way. So yeah, I have been waiting a long time to see what would be in all of these boxes if I open them all in one go. And so far, it is not disappointed. We have gotten quite a bit out of this. I'm going to go back to the bank. Um, hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I gotta start opening those. Phase harmonic weapons. No. I will get the experience points there. Yes, those are those also, so that should total 23. So we've already got 23 1/4 experience points. What else? Open up Bioneural Warhead Nadion. No, I don't need that. I don't need an antimatter spread. Get rid of my colonists. Get rid of those faction-specific prisoners. Get rid of my Ferengi traders. First-time buyers pack. Keep. Polarized disruptor weapons. Ooh. No, but I'll keep those. Shields, keep. Undiscovered phaser weapons. Nah, I already got those. Miriam reverse phaser dual pistols, I'll keep those. Emperor modules. Nah. Terran linked weapons, don't need that. Bridge officer specialization manual. Nah, that would be a common anyway, so I can get rid of some of these training assignments. Study set SETI eels. And we'll try to apprehend a mud android. Okay. What else can I try to open? Storage devices. And rare Phoenix prize token. Yeah, we'll see what those have got. We'll see what we can do with. Okay. Alright. So weekend event voucher. Oh yeah, because that's going away. We'll spend that. So, alright. Okay. I think that's about enough boxes as I can find. Alright. What's this? Work feeding directives. Oh, we can automatically discard that anyway. Quick fix. Don't need that. Okay, so it just gave us a quick 2200 energy credits. Alright. Alright, now open up these. Open the case to receive a random assortment of R&D materials, R&D components, R&D catalysts, and upgrade accelerators. Okay, so we're going to open 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technology boost. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of overload too. Okay, so alright. How we're gonna solve this? We're gonna donate to the fleet bank if I can. Okay. Anything that I'm gonna have 999 of, I have to get roughly out of my inventory. Z particles. Rubidium. my sight. Thoron particles. Oh, I took 20 shield charge by mistake. I'll have to come back and get that. Anyway, get that back in the... Actually, you know what? I'll take that. This is kind of a trade to get that out of my inventory. Alright, so I'm going to find any more stuff that's like $9.99. Get rid of that. I don't think so. Wow, okay. I'm going to have to get rid of all of this lesser crud. I'll tell you what. Intermix chamber. This. I think I did. Oh. That opened up a lot of R&D materials. So emitter modules, I know I think I've got those. IFF, good. Emitter array, EPS. Alright. Not really interested. Taking a slight loss on all this R&D material. Uranium. Stack. No, it doesn't. Get rid of the smaller stack. Warp field regulator. Probably gonna get more energy credits for all this. Research boost. Particle field generator. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those. I know I'm probably passing some stuff by not taking this. Alright, I'm gonna keep that semi going for now. And I tell you what, let's do some assignments. Let's do research assignment. Well, actually, let's try to capture a mud android first. Oh, wait a minute. No, that item's bound. So it's thinking I was trying to put it in the bank. Okay. We are going to attempt to apprehend a mud android. So I'm going to send all these guys. It's going to take about 4 hours, but I'll let you know later how they did. Okay. So now what else can we do? Oh, that's right. I had more of those. Oh, darn it. I have to wait for the first one to get done. Okay, so I can study some SETI eels. Begin that. Analyze protomatter. There we go. Okay. So, got one of them out of the way. All right. I'm going to open up my traders. prisoner. A couple of them look like I'm getting Chewbacca. No, they're Klingons. That's what it is. Yeah. I just hope I got enough space for all these prisoners. Okay. And now my faction-specific colonists. Oh. Okay. And we'll keep opening them that way, and now we'll see what we keep getting. No, not purchasing those. Okay, so there we go. Got rid of all of my faction-specific colonists. What can we get rid of? First-time buyers pack, we're going to get 3 master keys, which I might test. 1 research and development pack, 1 10,000 skill bonus pool, a Yellowstone runabout starship, Starfleet and Starfleet aligned, run those on. 2 Totouche fighter, starship, Klingons, and Klingon aligned Romulan only. Alright, open that. Okay, there's my master keys. I got 150 experience bonus, R&D pack, a Yellowstone runabout. Uh-oh, I got my overflow bag, which means I got a lot. Oh wow, I got a lot of crew members I have overflowed my ship on. Okay. This is turning interesting really quickly. Alright, so we're going to use that. Save those technology boosts. Weekend event vouchers going away. Prolonged engagement power dynamo. Every 5 seconds in combat, gain 1 stack of power. Yep. Okay. So that got rid of my weekend event vouchers, and I got an interesting little console out of that. Save those tech boosts. Gotta go back in the bank. I gotta tuck some stuff away. Alright. That. Work research. I can use that. Yeah. So, roster. I haven't filled. I shouldn't have filled my roster. Oh, I've overfilled my brig, I bet. Yeah. And I probably overfilled my passengers. Okay. So that I can solve in a little bit here. Meantime. contains a Yellowstone runabout. I don't want to... I think I've already got a Yellowstone runabout, if I'm not mistaken. I think Earn Not Given... No, that's a Danube runabout. Okay. I don't want to open up a new starship just yet. I do, however, want to test these 3 master keys, see what I could get. I could open 3 of the Section 31 boxes. Yeah. Alright, so these are probably going to give me my best chance of opening that. Oh, wait a minute. Well, let's use and hope it uses the master key first. Alright. Boxed faulty hollow disguise. Okay, no, it did not use. Okay, because it's still... Oh, I know why. Because I've got 175 other keys in my bank. Okay, no. Alright. Alright, now we could try to use it this way. Now let's see what's in that hollow disguise. 5 minutes of a randomly selected holographic disguise. That's not too bad. Be nice if it could last a little longer. Alright. Alright. So... we need to get rid of some other stuff here. And I need to make room by getting rid of all this kind of blue equipment that I've been kind of scrounging from the crystalline event. I'll explain in a little bit here, but first I want to get my inventory kind of straightened out a little bit. Okay. And I can also turn around and sell that all on the exchange. But for now, it's kind of taking up useless space in my inventory. Anything more? I kind of want to get that out of the way and not open any more of those. But I got a nice hollow disguise, so I'll keep that. Alright. Gotta figure out at some point how to get rid of all these prisoners and all these extra passengers. Yeah, because we've definitely hit the overflow on the passengers. Hey, I know. I can probably assign them to fleet actions if I have them. Or to fleet holdings, rather. Go to... where was it? Holdings. All that just needs dilithium. Common science and medical duty officers, and only now. Nope, not that. Science and medical department duty. Nope, not that one. and common science or medical duty officers. Engineering and operations department. Well, no. Research. No. Not much is coming up. Inspire. No. What about Starbase Engineering and Operations? Darn it. Ah, I may have to use kind of a weird combination of the overflow bag to shark the exchange. Oh, you know what? I was going to get rid of some of these starships here. Mirror Universe, Deep Space, Reconnaissance. I'll keep one of my reconnaissances and sell the other two. One of my deep science, sell the other. Yeah, I'll sell. Keep one, sell the other two. Alright. Since I can get rid of those really quickly. Reconnaissance. Science vessel. Okay. Deep space science vessel. Now, we're going to do a little bit of a tutorial here, and this is going to be called Sharking the Exchange. Now, what we're going to do, we've taken those unboxed Mirror Universe ships out of my bank, and I am going to see how much I can get energy credits wise for them and what the market's treating them right now. So, we're going to access the exchange. We're going to open up our inventory here. Now, discarding the overflow bag for the moment. Not getting rid of it here. Alright, let's see what science. Let's see what these are selling for. Wow. So they go for about 4 million each. Well, let's see if someone would be interested in buying one. Wait a minute. It's not letting me sell those. Are those bound? Oh no, soulbound. Soulbound. Oh. Okay then. Soulbound to account. Never mind. Put them back. Alright. So. Alright. It's alright. Oh, I've got another 45 low-buy crystals. I could use that to buy. No, I need to get 50 for that. Okay. What else? Do I have anything I can open? Maybe? And I can only open one of those. So yeah, I think that's the limit on the boxes I can open. And I'm just going to have to end up putting these master keys in here. And they'll just, we just won't worry about them. Yellowstone Runabout will go in there. And covert phaser weapons. Ooh. Yeah, what have we got? Oh, that's right. It's not going into the bank. So, what do we got in this one? We can take a random beam weapon, take a random cannon weapon. I'll tell you what. We'll hold on to that. I don't want to burn that just yet. Okay. So, the next item that we were going to open, since we had to make a lot of room for this, and we may still yet. I don't know how big the overflow bag will go. I could try to get some prisoners out of my inventory, and I think I may have to go over here to do this. And the bummer part is this mission takes at least an hour, but you can only do it. Sorry, you can only do it from like either Earth Space Dock or Deep Space Nine or one of the other facilities that accept security officers here. So we're going to speak with security officer. We need to transfer some prisoners. Oh wow, we can only do 2 at a time, huh? Okay. So we gotta get rid of 2 of them. Get rid of the Klingon. Get rid of another Klingon. Alright. There we go. So we're slowly gonna get prisoners turned over out of this. I've also been holding on to a defeated changeling for quite some time. And let's go ahead and get rid of it. There we go. That's going to get rid of the defeated changeling I had sitting right there. I kind of had the little defeated changeling just kind of warping his way through my inventory, taking over my suits, taking over my loot boxes, taking over. He's really obsessive compulsive disorder about, like the consumable items. Anyway, we are going to. No, can't turn over contraband because I've got way too much of that, and it would take forever to get rid of all that contraband. But what I can do, I will put that up here. I'll put this down here. I will use my Phoenix Prize tokens. Very rare. I got the red matter capacitor. I don't need it again. Interphasic instability, Both phase decoy. I think I've got a lot of these already. Bozeman hyper impulse engines. I really don't. Ryzen Mini power board. Elite future flyer. Yeah, that is getting ready to start up, isn't it? Or I could trade it in for more Phoenix prize packs. Anyway. So, a very rare. Get that. Oh, this is going to be quick. Quick. Oh, how many are we going to get out of this? Oh, we are just sailing along. Look at all of that experience credits. energy credits galore. This is going to easily go over 20 million. Okay. So I think, what are we at energy credits wise? Wow, we are already at 64 million and we only started with 20. So we've already gotten 44 million energy credits out of all of these daily endeavor boxes, just saved up, big stacks of them at a time. So that has been an insane boost to energy credits. Now, unfortunately, I got an overflow bag issue that I'm going to have to deal with, but I'll just kind of try to sort it out when I get to it here. I just gotta. I wish these would stack. It would make. You know what, Cryptic, if anybody at Cryptic is watching this, and I don't know if you are, but if anybody at Cryptic does watch this, what I'd like to see is, better stacks, because you fixed the lock boxes for like the Section 31 to where they don't go, just 20 at a time. You fixed it to where, they can stack higher than 20, and it makes it a lot easier to manage that. And but it's just that, a lot of other things, they need to have their stack limits raised as well on them as also. So, and just as a reminder to everybody, you are watching KSR Fans playing Star Trek Online. I'm your host, Randolph Vance, and we are opening tons and tons of boxes just to get, what's randomly inside them. And so far, this episode, which has been a long time coming, called What's in the Box, we have already gotten 44 million energy credits out of the daily endeavor boxes. And we've got a ton of these fleet marks. I have fleet marks, just insane amounts of fleet marks. I think there's a couple things I need to. But yeah, Cryptic really needs to kind of fix the stacking on how these boxes go. And when I saw that, those stacks for the uncommon, rare, and very rare were going to go up, well past 30, I thought, well, wow, how high do these go? And it turns out they go up pretty high. So I've got 1/4 specialization points. I'm going to put those over there. I don't need those. I'm going to hold on to those. I'm going to hold on to those. Not going to spend those. Technology boost. I got to wait for a tech upgrade event to do that. But I tell you what, we are at 64 million now, and we're only halfway through this episode. I've still got all of these universal endeavor boxes, and these are going to grant me dilithium, energy credits, mark choice. Okay, so this package contains the rewards for completing a universal endeavor. Opening this package will reward you with 5 random entries from the following. Okay, so you're going to get 5 randomly assigned things, and it's going to be items on this list, basically. So let's test one here and see what it opens. Okay, so it gave me energy credits, advanced R&D, and normal R&D. Okay, so that already was 700,000, and we'll just keep going. Just keep opening them. That other singular yellow box is a different box. Wow. Gotta have a lot of marked boxes to open. Now, the reason this one is, this is an epic reward random task force operation. You only get that for when you do a random mission here. And okay, so we were at 64 million energy credits. How many are we at right now? I don't want to know. 78. 78,088,409 energy credits. We have 1,327,000 unrefined lithium ore, and we have fleet marks 70,903. Okay. Now, we're just going to have to keep opening these fleet marks box. So, this is going to be the tedious part of it here. I suppose if I'd pre-recorded this like I'd originally thought to do, that I would have been able to speed up all of that. But probably a good thing that I scheduled 2 hours for this, and I'm already at hour 1. So, yes. Keep opening all of these boxes. Oh. No. So I do apologize for where I've not been on the computer in quite some time. Well, I have been on the computer, I just haven't been on Twitch. So I've been kind of working and getting ready to go in for training for a new assignment on Monday. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. And we're still slowly opening up all these fleet rewards boxes. If I can't take them as discovery, I'm going to have to take them as fleet marks. Because I'd rather have fleet marks. It's a lot of boxes. A lot of fleet marks. Cash all these out. If I could only take them as discovery marks, but I understand Cryptic can't get everything just right. So, 1/4 specialization points. I've already maxed out on my specialization points, though. Okay. Now, what other boxes did I have left to open? Okay, so we've got these random task force operation boxes, and these will give me 70 marks of my choice, 700 the lithium ore. And I've got 176 of these. Let's see what opening does. Random choice, 70. Alright. This is going to be a lot of dilithium now, along with these fleet marks. This is going to be a tedious one. Oh my goodness, there's no way I can just use all of these at one time now. Oh, adding these to this was definitely a mistake. Oh my goodness. What was I thinking? Got so many of these random boxes. I think the lesson learned is, digital hoarding is where you can get to where you want to obsessively compulsive save all of these rewards and randoms. Okay. And if you would like to support us, go to our Discord, link in the center of your screen there. And again, you are watching KSR fans playing Star Trek Online in the most boring way possible. I don't know if you can hear that train in the background there. Going through Steel City, Pueblo right now. Temperature's probably well into the 80s. Oh wow, these boxes are just going to keep going forever. What was I thinking? Holding on to all of these. I certainly I get a big boost in my energy credits and my dilithium for all of these. That is definitely revving my engine up as well. Okay. So we're slowly whittling through these. Don't really need to take any more of the other marks. I've got tons of the other marks already. This is definitely kind of a good house cleaning day for my inventory, just to kind of open up and get rid of a lot of this unnecessary digital clutter. is a lot. And I've still got 100 more of these to go. Oh my goodness. What was I thinking? Just saving these up. That was dumb. Oh. And I've got another 144 of the uncommons to go through. Won't that be fun? This is definitely an interesting episode of What's in the Box. So, I think the moral lesson learned here is don't let these things clutter up, because they take forever to just go through and get rid of if you let them stack up too long. Like Jenga pieces, I guess. This is indeed the most ridiculous way to open random boxes. My goodness. Well, this has been a while that I've been needing to do this. It's not really killing my mouse, but it's not really killing my finger either because I'm on a trackpad. But it's just time consuming. It's just like shuffling through each individual work order. Acknowledging each unique identifier. Well, that gets rid of one stack. And now another. This is going to be pure 70 million energy, or 70 million dilithium unprocessed. So I need to kind of do this one at a time to make sure that I still get the fleet marks out of all of these. Because I do not want to lose any of these fleet marks if I can help it. 2100 fleet marks goes an unbelievably long way in any fleet by itself. And you know what? That's kind of weird. I think since we're on this kind of weird topic about like currencies, that you have Star Trek was envisioned to be the world of the future by Gene Roddenberry back in the 1960s, and he envisioned a future without money, where if you wanted something to eat, you just simply put in kind of like a special card into a computer, and it would either replicate out you like, you know, dinner or ice cream or whatever. And nobody had to pay anything for that, but the as the series kind of progressed on, you realize that the world of the future does need money. And Star Trek Deep Space Nine realized this because the Ferengi were still trading in a form of currency called gold-pressed latinum, which were gold bars that had been infused with latinum to make them unreplicatable. And that way you had a stable means of measuring the economy. You would have a representational currency, in other words. Kind of like how in Fallout, bottle caps are a representational currency, or gold, before we were taken off the gold standard for the United States, was considered a representational currency. It's based on the availability of, gold, supply and demand. So, and in this universe here in Star Trek, what eventually settled out, especially as a result of Star Trek Voyager, they had to develop their own kind of currency system, because in the very first pilot episode, they had hit an anomaly which took them 70,000 light years away from home, and they ordinarily in Star Trek The Next Generation, when you used the replicator, you used it kind of like you would use the food slot in the original series. You would be able to just, push a few buttons and you could select whatever meal you wanted. And that way, I guess theoretically that, it was free. You didn't have to worry about, people going hungry, because nutrition could always be replicated into practically any meal to guarantee that people are getting the right nutrients. And the energy that goes into creating stuff from the replicator, like foods and beverages, like when Picard says tea Earl Grey hot, and not only does it replicate the tea, it replicates the saucer and the cup for the tea. So that's taking a lot of energy by itself to replicate the tea, the saucer, and the cup. And also to create the water that goes into the tea, and not just create the water, but to create it at a precise, already defined temperature. Like tea 85 degrees Celsius, for instance. And then you would have a decent warm tea, something to that effect. But that it would take a lot of energy for a starship to replicate that single cup of tea. So I kind of got a little sidetracked here. Got to open these boxes. Just keep opening them. But yeah, it takes a lot of energy for the ship to replicate Captain Picard's one cup of tea, and you have a crew of over 1,000 other people, passengers, families, and crew members that all have to eat on an extended voyage. And the extended voyage is, for Picard, at least 7 years, possibly 10. And you have to consider that, resupply is only possible at limited facilities like star bases. Well, Voyager quickly ran into a problem where they didn't have the luxury of resupply for their raw energy, so they would have to replicate stuff using a rationing system where you were only allowed so many replicator rations, and you could replicate out your breakfast. And replicator rations could be restored when Voyager would find energy sources that it could convert back into, its stockpile. And that way you would be able to at least be able to keep the crew fed, provided you were able to you know, find sufficient sources of energy to replenish along the way. And that's kind of an iffy situation when you're abandoned in the Delta Quadrant, like Voyager was. But eventually they did, meet some allies, and they were able to assimilate some technologies. So over the course of Voyager's 7-year mission to get home, the energy credit situation for them was, oh, I haven't been. I gotta keep opening these. Yeah, as Voyager was able to adapt their technologies and make new friends in the Delta Quadrant, they were able to replenish their energy supplies. Plus, it also helped that they could reconvert whatever scrap material they would be able to find into energy credits to restore. Kind of a weird, I guess a weird representation of it would be Mr. Fusion from Back to the Future Part 1 and Part 2, where Doc Brown was able to pilot the DeLorean now that was capable of flight, and also that it ran on Mr. Fusion, which is basically biodegrading trash. And theoretically, it would have to be collecting the hydrogen, and it would have to collect a lot of hydrogen out of banana peels and a digital watch and things like that. I should have remembered I had all of these other boxes that I was opening, and I got just a minute 42 to. Oh, wow. It's kind of what I should not have done. I was trying not to lose. Okay, good. Did not lose any Okay. Going through these is going to be such fun. I'm just going to develop my rhythm. Just kind of up there, there. So yeah, and then, no, I don't want the Omega reputation. So fleet marks. So yeah, and after Voyager came home, I think that's when Star Trek Online adopts Voyager's system of energy credits that are given to you as a means of purchasing items, either through requisition stores in the game or through the exchange, which is the in-game version of eBay. It's an auction house where you can auction stuff. And this is a lot of boxes. This is actually going faster than I thought. I mean, I'm already down to 22 of these. So we're probably going to have 1,400,000 raw dilithium when we're done with all this, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a lot of dilithium that we're getting. I should have probably, kept a side track of how much dilithium we got out of all of this, but then after we go through the uncommons, commons. These are just the common boxes. After I go through all these common boxes, I've got uncommons to go through. 144 of those. One gross. That is the proper term for 12 times 12, whatever, you have 12 times 12 of. If you have, that's a gross of it. I have one gross of the uncommon boxes. Right. Almost done with this. And this will teach me never to hoard these again from randoms. Right. 3, 2, 1. All right. There we go. Alright, so we cleaned out all of the common reward random task force operation boxes that you get when you choose a random assignment. And I was right, we got 1,450,000 dilithium out of all of this. That's not a bad haul. And we made 58 million energy credits out of all of those other boxes. And we still got about 40 minutes left for what I was planning on the stream. So we should be able to get at least all these other boxes out of the way now. It took a while, but... Okay, so these are going to be 84 with 840 dilithium. That means that stack of 100 is a perfect 80,000 raw dilithium. So that's going to be easily 1,530,000 plus another 40. Probably be somewhere up over 1,600,000. But yeah, and also in Deep Space Nine, the concept of dilithium became refined, pun intended, when Gul Dukat, before he became, really, really evil Gul Dukat, he was just plain old evil Gul Dukat, was on an espionage mission with Major Kira, and he said that he had a way to create a sensor echo that would make it look as though they were carrying refined dilithium processed ore, that it was dilithium ore that had been refined and was ready for use as currency, basically. And this was their way of luring pirates out of hiding. So then dilithium became a little bit more defined in the Trek universe, from where it was a simple energy power source. It's a crystal that is necessary for warp drive to take place, because antimatter is what flows through the lithium crystals, and that's what creates the warp bubble that allows you to travel way faster than the speed of light. So dilithium is a very important part of any warp-faring race, with the exception of the Romulans, because the Romulans use a different technology. They are able to replicate singularity cores, little micro-miniature black holes, and then they use those singularity cores to power their own ships. Everybody else uses dilithium warp cores, but the dilithium here in Star Trek Online isn't used for the engines. It's just used as a form of an in-game currency. So you collect it under the Assets tab that's right up here, and then you have two running totals of it. One of them is the unrefined ore, which you're only allowed to keep up to 10 million of. And then you have the refined ore, which that you're only allowed to keep up to 10 million of. And you can only refine 8,000 dilithium per day. So this is going to be a lot of dilithium that I was sitting on a lot of dilithium anyway before what's in the box. So this is really going to be, just a lot more dilithium that I'm going to have to go through every day, just processing 8,000 every 20 hours. And that is, wow. Okay, so we know that bottom stack for the 100 is going to be 84,000. All right, so we are on track to get almost, I'd say, well over 100,000 raw dilithium out of this. I'm glad I'm not overflowing the overflow container anymore. Wow. This is insane. Alright, so we've already gotten 1,176 marks. We've gotten 32,760 dilithium ore out of all of that. And we have got another stack to go of 100. So this is going to be 8,400 marks, another 84,000 dilithium ore. So we just got to keep taking it as the fleet marks because I got no other choice right now. And then after I get done with this stack, it gets a little easier for the rest of the boxes. I don't have quite the many of the other boxes to go through, but we'll see what's in those too. Again, you are watching KSR fans playing Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online played in the most ridiculous manner possible. I'm your host, Randolph Vance. That's me, Dunsel, up there in the top right corner, or top left corner, I should say. We're just playing a little game called What's in the Box. So I was saving up 100, over 100 of the daily Endeavor boxes, and well over 100 of the random Endeavor boxes. And I've been saving this up for quite some time. And this has been quite a lot of energy credits, quite a lot of fleet credits. Just keep opening every box. We're getting there. So yeah, currency is kind of an important thing in any future, be it normal future, be it post-apocalyptic future, be it sci-fi world of, explore strange new worlds and that kind of thing. You're going to need currency. You're going to need a way to be able to buy things. And the Tribble episode, yeah, they were talking about how, Cyrano Jones was selling them for 10 credits each. So he was selling tribbles. But when you get a tribble randomly in Star Trek Online, it's not worth anything, and it's worth it to go quickly into your inventory and get rid of it as soon as possible. Especially if you have food in your inventory, because if you have food in your inventory, Tribble is just going to eat all of your food and leave you with more tribbles. And then you're just going to be without any inventory slots for your food. All of your food will be gone. You're going to have all these tribbles, overpopulating. $84,000 dilithium. That's all in just the stack of 100 boxes. I have waited a long time to do this episode. Well over 100 days, so 3 months. So it's March, April, May, June. Yeah, it's been about well over 3 months on that. February, in fact. I think it goes back to the kind of the first week in February. Just making sure to open all these fleet marks. This is definitely cleaning up space. We got probably about 29 minutes left of this weird episode. I think, I may have planned this right. 29 minutes to open the remaining boxes. I think that can be done. Who says it can't be done? They say it can't be done. Who's saying it can't be done? Well, they say it can't be done. Well, I'm going to show them. Little Squidbillies joke there. So, this has been an interesting week for YouTube developers. I don't know if people are watching KSR, or not, well, watching Hey Kentucky and listening to KSR, if they've been following what's going on with YouTube, but content creators are getting hit with, they're getting their channels demonetized, they're getting their channels taken down because of what YouTube is coming back and saying is hate speech. And it's all because one of the journalists at Vox was being harassed by Steven Crowder, and it's backfired tremendously on YouTube to the point where history professors who were, who had put together video lectures for their classes to explain, what, Hitler was, what a monster he was, the Holocaust, basically anything that, was designed to help people remember, what the Holocaust was, is now being taken down off of YouTube. It violates hate speech. And it's gotten so ludicrous now that even electronic music is being mistaken by YouTube as hate speech. And I don't know if that channel's been taken down or if it's come back up yet or what. But it seems really, really ludicrous that YouTube has basically used a sledgehammer to try to get rid of, try to get rid of a small dent in a car. Basically, you've just dinged the car in the side and made the problem a whole lot worse. And now you've demonetized actual content creators who are trying to put out historical research. And it's different than hate speech, because hate speech encourages people to go out and do violent things. If I give a historical presentation about Adolf Hitler, it is far, far different than if I were to go out and say, do this to somebody. That's illegal. That is what hate speech is. The First Amendment does not protect hate speech, but it is important to understand what hate speech is and what hate speech isn't. And in 1988, there was a very famous case called Flint v. Falwell. Basically, it has to do with a parody of a liquor ad for Campari liquor. And they were featuring in Hustler magazine, in their parody ad for Campari, they were featuring Jerry Falwell talking about his first time, and also talking about his first time having sex with his mother in an outhouse. And this became a very highly controversial parody ad. And when Larry Flint published it, they published it and they didn't think anything of it at the time. They thought, oh, it's funny, Flint, Jerry Falwell's an asshole, he deserves it, kind of thing. And then when Jerry Falwell saw it, he immediately got a lawsuit together. And this is seen in the movie The People versus Larry Flint, where you have Woody Harrelson as Larry Flint, and he is being sued by Jerry Falwell. And the first thing that Larry Flint does when he gets word from his lawyer, he's in prison for contempt of court because he refused to name a source for the John DeLorean trial. And he's in prison, and his lawyer explains to him, well, you know what? You're being sued by Jerry Falwell for the Campari ad. And the first thing Larry Flint says, countersue. And when Jerry Falwell finds out about this, well, what on heaven's earth for? Well, you took his Campari parody ad. Yes. And you made over 1 million copies of it. Yes. And you sent them out to your followers to let them know what had happened. Yes. Well, you didn't get Jerry, you didn't get Larry Flint's permission for that. And that's copyright infringement. So, right away, you had a lawsuit and a counter lawsuit. And in the original lawsuit, Larry Flint was found guilty of emotional damage and was being ordered to pay $200,000 to Jerry Falwell as a result of the Campari parody ad. And Larry Flint told his attorney that, we're going to take this all the way to the Supreme Court. And that is exactly what they did. And in a 9-0 ruling, with Rehnquist himself writing the unanimous consent on the Flint v. Falwell decision, that free speech has to tolerate uncomfortable parody speech. And it has to do so in a way that allows for individual thought and individual criticism to flourish. where you can't have one person intimidating others into silence over fear of parody. So let's see. I heard a bing on this. Was that something else? I think. No, it wasn't anything else on my Twitch. Oh, no, wait a minute. Maybe it was. No, it was on my Facebook. Okay. Okay. Nobody cares about that on my Twitter. Okay, so I have gotten all of those common boxes out of the way now, and all of the uncommon boxes. And now I've got 67 of the rare rewards, which is going to have 105 marks, so that's going to be over 6,700 marks, again, for the fleet, and 67,000 dilithium ore. So this is going to be, wow, that's going to be a lot. You know what, let's see, let's take status on our assets right now. We're sitting at 1,572,000 dilithium out of all these boxes. So we're just going to keep on opening them. Just keep opening them. And remind me never, ever, ever to let these things pile up in my inventory again. That's ridiculous for me to do. Should have never done that. I was saving them all because I wanted tonight's episode of What's in the Box to be special. It's been, I know, been boring and tedious, but at least I'm able to entertain you with some stories. And again, you are watching Star Trek Online, just brought to you in the most ridiculous way possible. And I am your host, Randolph Vance. This is KSR Fans playing Star Trek Online. Today we are just overloading the random number generator and probably causing somebody in the admin to see a huge spike in currency numbers for people's accounts. But we are playing What's in the Box, and we are just opening all of these saved boxes. Saved boxes. Just tons and tons of. So we're going to have 1,630,000 plus or minus, I'd say probably 1,640,000 over in all of these boxes. And then we don't have too many of the other boxes left. We're definitely getting a boost to all my stats tonight. I want to say hi to everybody out there who's watching this, either live or on tape delay. And if you'd like to support us, please go to our Discord. Well, we've actually gotten all the credits out of the other boxes. Okay, so got 40 more of these left to go. This has been a lot of space I've had to clean up in my inventory. When these boxes stack, mean, if you discard them, you're just basically getting rid of all of them without even opening them. It's not worth it at that point because you're missing out on dilithium, you're missing out on the fleet marks. Getting all of these boxes opened. What's in the box? So we got about another 16 minutes left. We will get this done. So this shouldn't be too bad. Glad I planned this out for 2 hours. Could you imagine my Twitch stream kind of going, hey, you're running over on your time? Yeah. I know. I've got a lot of boxes. I think that, with all of those boxes all put together, that's easily been over 8, maybe 900 boxes total. I'd have to go back and just kind of look at the numbers to give an appreciation of this. But we're getting them. Hmm. A few more boxes left. It's just been a rare treat, just opening up all these boxes. Feels like half Christmas already. It's almost upon us. Half Christmas is June 25th. I suppose if there's half Christmas, there should probably also be like half Hanukkah. I don't know. Maybe. Alright, 56,000 dilithium. 1,641,000. I was very close on that estimate. Okay. Alright, so we are almost done here. We've got about 13 minutes left in my stream. And we were going to finish off with these boxes, and then grand finale will be this one here. So, and what's this one? Covert phaser weapon. Oh yeah, I do want to open that. Let's see. It might be a beam. Well, I'll just. I gotta wait. I gotta wait on that. I know. But, okay. Now we're going to go to the very rare reward. We've got 140 marks, 1,400 lithium ore, 2,200 of those. No, 22 of those. So that's 28,000 with another 2,800. 30,000. Okay, so and this has been an insane, insane episode. And I haven't even really had need to play. But I tell you what, just because, I'm sure everybody's longing for some, action, some shoot 'em up, pew, pew, pew kind of thing. What I'll do after I get all of these boxes opened, I'm going to go back and I'm going to harvest the crystalline catastrophe event that Star Trek Online has got going, and I'll explain how and what I mean by harvest. It's actually a technique, it's called farming. Farming involves repeating a certain mission over and over and over again to farm out resource materials, to farm out rewards for completing the mission, that kind of thing. So, certain missions are repeatable in Star Trek Online, so you can use that to farm out R&D materials. You can use that to farm out equipment that you can salvage either through your ship or through, converting it into salvage credits or energy credits, or selling it on the exchange. And a few more of these boxes. Okay, so there we go. Another 30,000 dilithium out of that, sitting on 1,672,000 raw dilithium ore, which is going to take me months and months and months to process, even if I don't get any more dilithium from this point on. Now I've got two of these ultra rare, so that's going to be a quick 4,200. There we go. And now no, I think I had three of those. Okay. So yeah, I had three of those, so that was 6,300. Now I've got one epic reward, 3,500. All right. So out of all of this, we started with, this is just going by energy credits, we started with 20,579,487 energy credits, and we have boosted that up to 78,088,409 credits. And we started the day with about 1,200,000 energy credits, and we've easily picked up another 400,000 dilithium ore. And I've still got one final box to go, and that's this dilithium and Mark's Choice, in addition to 50,000 dilithium ore. So our final total is going to be 1,730,732. All right, open that, and I'm going to have to take it. Please tell me they're Discovery yet. Okay, so I can take this one in Discovery Marks. There we go. So I'm taking 250 Discovery Marks, 500 Fleet Marks, and 50,000 dilithium ore. So that means I have got over 106,314 fleet marks, sitting on 5,141 Discovery Legends marks, 78 million energy credits. I can buy some interesting equipment with this. Sitting on 1,732,000 dilithium ore raw, with 420,000 of it processed. I'll explain the dilithium store at another time. I think, yeah, we had transfer prisoners. That took an entire hour. We have been here an entire hour doing nothing but opening boxes. And we are going to go ahead and collect the rewards for transferring prisoners. Come on. Oh, you cannot complete this action with more than 50. Oh, my goodness. All right. So I got to solve this overflow bag issue. Just go ahead and take all. Okay, it took all some. It took some of this stuff out. And I can get rid of these marks. Okay. Okay. What about my R&D? How much? Yeah, I got a couple of things that I could probably stand to get rid of. Alright, yeah, that, yeah, okay. Alright, so I gotta go over the fleet bank again. And I will close this window for now, make it easier for me to run and easier for you to see what I'm doing. Okay, gotta go up this way. Go across this way. Okay, there's a bank terminal right here, and we're just gonna do this way. We're going to go to the fleet bank, and I'm going to make some more donations. Because I can give them this hydrazine gas, I can give them this duranium. Do I have anything else that's over 999? Okay, so it's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. I have 43. Okay, so I've trimmed my overflow bag down to 43. So I should be able to get that. Yes. Okay, good. Alright, now I can get more prisoners out of the way. And that'll be just, something I'll just have to whittle through all the rest of the week during the off streams, just, slowly transferring away all these prisoners. Okay. Turn over prisoners. Well, got another Klingon to get rid of. Got another Klingon to get rid of. Alright. Have fun in your new home. Alright. Okay. And what we're going to do now, we're going to farm the Crystalline Catastrophe event. And I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to, let's see, did any of my stuff sell on the exchange? I want to take a look at something here. because I had some sales going, I think. And if they're still going, I'll explain what it is that I'm doing. Okay, so access the exchange. Okay, so I don't have any sales now. Okay, here's what I do. I have to go over to this bank right here. I'm gonna go into my regular bank, and I need to pull out some stuff that I've been saving. Move that there, that there, that there. Okay. This is all stuff that I've been collecting from the Crystalline Catastrophe event, and it's all account bind on equip, which means it's not bound to any of my ships or to my account just yet, and that gives me an opportunity to sell this on the exchange, for however little or however much I see that it's worth. And some cases I will try to provide good equipment out there at a semi-reasonable cost. And that way, so that other players can have a more balanced effort at, getting top-notch equipment. Okay. Now, I think that cleared out all of the ones. Plasma dual heavy cannons. I don't like that. That go there. Let's go here. Alright. Now, pulled out all of that blue stuff that I've been saving. Okay, now, we're going to go over here to the exchange, and I'm going to show you how I shark the exchange. I'm going to go to the exchange right here, and let's take a search for combat impulse engines with an aux and a turn. How much are they going for normally? Okay, so the lowest price on here is 15,000, and the highest price for regular old aux turn is going 50. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shark the exchange, and I'm going to let that go for $99.95. Alright, so I'm going to post that. And it may take a while for it to sell. It may sell in 5 minutes. It just depends. It's the exchange. People watch it, they look for bargains, and if they see one, they'll try to snap it up as quick. Now, let's do another example. Covariant shield array with phaser and plasma resistance. 2 variants of it. A very rare with Polaron is going for 100,000, and that one's 33,450. Okay, so I'm going to try to shark the exchange again for that covariant shield array, and I'll give you an update tomorrow on how that goes. And instead of $99.95 for that, I'm going to sell that $149.95 and let somebody have a bargain on that. Now, the next item that I'm going to try to sell is going to be this Polaron dual beam bank critical hit ×2. We'll see how much people pay for that. Okay, critical hit ×2 snare. Okay, so the lowest price is 185,000. I'm going to see if, maybe somebody wants to take a... Yeah. I don't want to do. This one I'll just do 99.95 again. Okay. So you're only allowed to, post 3 items at any given time in the exchange. Now, here's where the fun starts. And we're going to go there. Oh, and I'm going to check my covert phaser weapons as well. I can do a little more house cleaning now. Now that I've opened up some spots in my inventory for this. Put that in there. I can tuck that in there. Alright. R&D. Alright. So. Covert weapons, I'll keep that. I may use that for the next what's in the box, but for now, something's telling me hold on to it. So I'm gonna do a little rearranging here with this other stuff. Put these up here where I know I'm not gonna touch those. And that's cleared up a lot of my inventory slots now, and a lot more in my bank. So here's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna close that. Yeah, okay, so I can close the overflow bag by closing that. Now, make sure my ship doesn't have any damage. Okay, no damage, that's good. We're going to do the Crystalline Catastrophe event. And the reason that this is so good right now is if you can complete at least 3rd, 2nd, or 1st, you'll get bonus prizes. You'll get little equipment, randomly dropped to you as a result for completing the mission for 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. And if you have a consistent enough build, you can get, 3rd place, decently, an occasional 2nd. You'll get some pretty decent equipment drops out of all this. And right now with Crystalline Catastrophe, there is a 0-second cooldown. So that means that I can just go into Crystalline Catastrophe. If I get 3rd or 2nd or even 1st, I'm going to get bonus drops out of this, and I can just keep going back and doing this over and over and over and over and over and over again. So we're going to do Crystalline Catastrophe once. Hopefully I don't get blown up from it. If I do, I'm in space dock, so that's going to be okay. We are running a little bit long on the projected time for my stream, but that's okay too, because I wanted to get some things out of the way on this episode. And we are ready to go for Crystalline Catastrophe, and I'm going to be parked right here next to the ship repairs guy, just in case I'm going to need repairs after this task force is done. But we are getting ready to do Crystalline Catastrophe, and we are getting ready to farm out the crystalline entity. And I've played Crystalline Entity before in my streams. I know I played it on the very first stream. Crystalline Catastrophe is 10-person divided into 2 teams of 5, and you have to kill the crystalline entity as quickly as possible. And it's a reference to a first season episode of Star Trek The Next Generation called Data Lore, where Data discovered his evil twin brother disassembled on the same planet where he was found, and it turned out that Lore, his evil twin brother, had sold out the colony that Data lived on to the crystalline entity. Alright, so we are doing a space mission. Oh, and do not adjust your pictures. There is nothing wrong with your set. This is actually part of the mission. The crystalline entity is generating this interference. So we're just going to have to go up in and fire away. And I tell you one thing that I was really getting annoyed with on my laptop, and I finally was able to fix it last night, was the Windows key. And on my HP Omen laptop that I have, the Windows key... Oh, I have got to get some speed going, because I got to get out to at least 10 kilometers distance. Alright. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to keep hitting it with everything I got. I'm going to hope... I'm trying for third at least. I've been able to get seconds on some of these runs. Okay. And that is time to go again. I will be very happy if I can get at least a third out of all this. Let's see what we got. Yes, third place, so I got a covariant shield array out of that. And we're just going to kill whatever else we have to. Get rid of that tholium. There we go. And we'll take more fleet rewards, of course, or fleet marks. Okay. So we got another 720 dilithium out of that. Huh. What are my things shooting at? Huh. Oh. Okay. Alright. So, we survived that. We got a covariant shield array out of that for getting third place. That's not bad. And we're going to open up that box. Get the R&D materials out of that. We'll put that there. And now... we're going to go back, and we're going to farm another crystalline. We'll just do crystalline. And I might just do crystalline all day tomorrow, just for like an hour or so, just to, get tons of dilithium that way. Because I don't know if Cryptic realizes what they've done or not, but this is a great way to flood the exchange with good quality equipment for lower ranked players that are going to need it. There's always going to be people playing this game. There's always going to be a need for all of the various different types of equipment. If you get like a singularity core in an equipment drop, you can't use it obviously, but you can sell that on the exchange, and there's very likely going to be a Romulan that's going to, character that can use the singularity core. And if you offer it at a decent price, then it's a win-win for everybody. All right. Less talk, more pew pew pew. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make sure not to hit Control 8 just yet. Not until I need it. Alright, gotta hit it. Another engine battery. Okay. And we'll make sure that we're good on our health. Okay. Alright. Okay, so they did take the crystalline catastrophe and they ramped up some of the challenge to it. Okay, so I didn't get a third place out of that, so I'm just gonna get the dilithium, and I got blown up, but I didn't take damage. Okay, so that's good. I at least did get combat impulse engines out of a Neater Greed. I'll take that. Okay. And that's the beauty about being parked here at Earth Space Dock, is that any damage that your ship might get, repair ship injuries, I don't think there was any. No ship damage, that's good. Okay, so we can... My philosophy is anything that's uncommon in terms of an equipment drop, it's really not all that worth it, because if it only has one modifier to it, chances are you're not going to get much out of it if you equip it, and you're not going to get much for it out of the exchange. So you're really better off holding on to anything that's rare, anything that's very rare and above. Like this. This is going to go for a lot on the exchange when I get it up for sale eventually. And a lot of this rare equipment that's account bind unequipped, that'll go for a lot on the exchange as well. So let's do one more crystalline catastrophe here. Oh no, we didn't need to repair the ship again. We need to do crystal. Okay. I love a 0-second cooldown for this. I've been just having too much fun with a 0-second cooldown and just playing non-stop on this, just as a way to, relieve a lot of stress and frustration since Thursday when they restarted the crystalline event. So, and with the crystalline event, for while they've got it going, they are giving out the coupons, the coupon progress tokens, and I'm now officially more than halfway there towards a new tier 6 level ship. So I think they're probably going to, it would have to be timed right about the summer event when they do the new summer ship. And actually, I'm going to have to do a new KSR series on, the summer event on Risa. So that's maybe when I'll get that Risa power board. I just didn't want to get it now. But, yeah, we'll have fun on Risa in a couple of weeks eventually. Take a little 2-liter Coca-Cola there. There we go. Alright, we're going to go load Crystal Catastrophe again. Oh, he's generating interference again. Right. Okay, so we'll use my targeting to keep my firing solution on the crystalline entity. I suppose that's kind of weird that... I'm surprised nobody at Star Trek Online has taken any heat for a fleet operation where you basically shoot and kill a gigantic snowflake in space. Okay, so we got a common transphasic torpedo. Oh no, I gotta get going. Oh boy, it's gonna be close. Oh, this would be a nice run, I think. If I can get a second out of this, I'll be doing really good. Okay. Okay, turn on the get going juice. Right. Everything we got. Come on, give me third or second. Third or second. Third place. So I got a directed energy distribution module out of that. Okay. And you can see the fun of just being able, and you can use this as a way to harvest, equipment for your own ships. Like, for example, what I'm going to do, I can recycle that transphasic torpedo, get rid of it, and get 7,467 credits out of it. And then I'm going to go up to manage ships really quickly here. And this is how you can use the crystalline event to your extreme advantage with the 0-second cooldown. I can use that directed energy distribution manifold here. Well, actually, I've already got... Okay, so I've got 2 rares and a very rare already bound to that. Do I have any other spots that I could open? Markiplier didn't have one. Huh. Jacksepticeye. Okay. Alright, here's my thought. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I get rid of this ablative hull armor, since that's a common item, or, uncommon. It's green. Now, we are going to move this isometric universal console up here for the moment. And now, Jacksepticeye just got a boost in her beam power. Okay, there we go. And that's how you equip, you can use the crystalline event not just to sell stuff on the exchange, you can also use it to equip your ships to get them at least, rare and maybe sometimes even very rare equipment. Okay, so we're going to go back. Could be right here by the repair ship again. I don't need to repair anything, but I like to be there just in case I have to. So we're going to do the crystalline event again. And you can get lucky on some third place drops and it'll actually give you another item, which is really, really good. Because then you could just get more stuff to farm out of this. And it's really insane, how much... With the 0-second cooldown, you could just play this thing indefinitely. Normally, this cooldown is 30 minutes. So, considering that we can have this finished in less than 3. Alright. Let's get ready again. Okay, got my targeting solution locked. We're ready to go. Here we go.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And I really don't worry too much about the crystalline entity because I'm getting to where I can develop a pattern for flying it. Okay.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Getting hit by those fragments. Can't let that really happen too much. Okay, so as soon as the crystalline entity hits 33%, I gotta hit the oh shit button. I'm almost there. There we go. Hit the oh shit button. And we'll get as far away from the crystalline entity as we can. No, 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 no. Too far away. There we go. That was cutting it real close. I don't like to do that. And I'm just going to hit it now with everything I got. And watch out for those purple things. Okay, so I got another third place, and I got 2 items out of that. That's good. That proved I wasn't insane on this, basically. Okay. Alright.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Not anymore. Okay. But yeah, and you see how easy it is to get good equipment out of this. And right now we got a flow capacitor. I've got a field emitter. I got an engine power. And I've also got another pre-fire chamber. And that's perfect. Because that I can go back to manage ships. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Okay. And I've been rebuilding one of my other ships as a cannon build. Oh, and I think, yeah, something sold on the exchange, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, I received 99.95 energy credits, so that means something did sell on the exchange. That's good. One of my items sold. Alright. So, we're going to go to manage ships. And we're going to go to the anvil here. And you notice I've been loading it up with Polaron dual heavy cannons. And with dual heavy cannons, you're going to want these pre-fire chambers to increase your cannon damage. And if you equip this, you won't be able to trade it. That's fine. I want to keep that because I want to turn this into a cannon monster now. Okay. Because it's a short, fast little ship. It deserves to be a cannon monster. Okay. Ordnance accelerator, mine, projectile. Might want to swap that out to one of my other ships here, if I can. Okay. Ablative hull armor. Plasma distribution manifold. Okay. Well, let's see what's sold on the exchange. And I wanna kind of go quickly into my mail here. And it was just at 5:56, so that was less than a minute ago. And somebody bought the Polaron dual beam bank for $99.95. That, you know what? Somebody's looking at their menu for the exchange, and they're looking at Polaron dual beam banks, and they see one for $185,000, and they see one for $99.95, and they're like, well, let's see what, let's run it and test it out, kind of thing. So, that way, it at least gives good equipment a chance to find a good home. And I don't mind taking a loss, especially when you think about it. I mean, I am not hurting for energy credits anymore. I mean, I'm clearly 78 million energy credits. I don't have to worry about too much. All right. Covariant shield array. How much are they going for with regenerating and tetrion resistance? 15,999. I don't know. Okay. Well, let's skip that for the moment here. Let's see if people are in the mood for turrets. A disruptor turret. Okay, so a disruptor turret with critical damage and critical hit. Mark 12. Lowest is going for $29,999. Yeah. I'm going to try to see if I could shark the... Oh, I had a couple more sales. Okay, so I'm going to shark the exchange for this one. I'm going to see if people will want it for $149.95 to kind of get price to move. And what else do we have here? Plasma turret, accuracy, critical damage modifiers. And the lowest price for one of those is $19,000. I think that's one I'm going to have to probably sell for $99.95 just to get it to move. Yeah, I'll just take a slight loss on that, but I don't mind. And I think that'll go really quickly. And you can see how you can use the exchange to just farm out. And you understand now the meaning of farming in video games, how to farm out equipment. And I am going to maybe do one more farm run for the crystalline event. It's already 6 p.m. my time. It's 8 p.m. Pacific. So I've already run about a half hour over on this. So you're getting KSR fans bonus time for Star Trek Online. What else? Oh, something else did sell. Oh yeah, the combat impulse engines. That was what sold. So, okay. Do we need to make any ship repairs? I don't think so. I think we were good on that. Yeah, no ship repairs needed. And we could do crystalline one more time. Just killing a massive snowflake. Alright. I wonder. I think, I don't know, maybe Jeffrey Combs might actually be a good, person to ask, considering he's a Lovecraft fan. But is the crystalline entity a representation of he who is not to be named? And I won't know. Oh, we have somebody actually watching. Well, hello. Who's watching? Dude, spend your perk point. Yeah, I know. Silver Shibe, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. All right, kind of got distracted here. Yep. Hey, Silver Stripe. Yeah, I got my other computer set up to where I can actually watch the live stream, make sure it's going out okay. So yeah, hey, and thank you to Hate 3K. Why so much food in the bank? You know what? I don't use it anyway. There's no real point to the food. Oh, gotta hit the oh shit button. Probably gonna get clobbered. No, just got pushed back. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, why so much food in the bank? I'm a digital hoarder. It's like you know how people you see on the Learning Channel are like hoarders in their own homes. Well, that's me with like my own Star Trek Online account. Is I'll hoard stuff. So okay, we gotta get going again. If I get third out of this, I'll be lucky. Oh boy. Oh yeah, and I get so many emails about my exchange sales all the time that I don't even really pay attention to it anymore. And I did not get third, but that's okay. I'll just do another run or so at crystalline. Food is a heal on target, and some have buffs. Yes, I do know that. Um, I'm mostly saving it for tribble breeding because I got some tribbles that I'm keeping isolated. I've got. Where was she? Is it Rachel? Yeah, Rachel Bailey is holding on to 3 of my tribbles. She's holding on to my Nukara, my Idic, and my winter tribbles, and I don't give her any food to make sure that they don't breed. Yeah, basically I just use my... Oh, and I've got, I think, is that another Idic? Yeah, that's another Idic tribble. But yeah, I don't even worry about my bridge officers using any of their equipment either. So let's do some more farming, shall we? Oh. Heal over time. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Thank you, Onyx, for that heal over time, not heal on target. So I think something did sell just now. Yeah, something did sell. Covariant shield array, 149.95. All right, it's a good way to get equipment out there to the masses. Make a daring triple, any base triple, and a cream soda. Is there any tribble tribble breeding options with root beer? I think. Probably not. Well, I'm sure there are. I mean, this game, they've pretty much thought of everything, so. I just don't like, keeping food in my base inventory, because if I get a tribble, I have to be, like, really quick in the inventory screen to get rid of them. Okay, so we gotta avoid all these purple rifts that have opened. But nothing fancy, it just makes a random basic one with root beer. Yeah, that's okay.
Warning.
Okay.
Ship is under attack.
Let's try to get third. And if you notice that I'm hitting on my lower row here for button 5, that's the Pryor's World satellite that was from the
Right shield's failing.
Pryor's World event. Okay. And it actually works out really well on this build. Come on. Why was I targeting the Tholians? I'm not going to take third on this, I don't think. No. I misjudged my targeting solution. Okay. No, just gotta keep hammering away at the crystalline anyway.
Below 75%.
And that's another thing. Is root beer in the 24th, 25th century like the Barks or the A&W root beer? Or is it like how real sarsaparilla used to be? Oh, gotta hit the oh shit button. I got to get out of here. Okay. Yeah, that would have been bad if I'd been too close to the crystalline. I don't know. It's one of those things that you think about, but it's obvious that Cardassians would not have liked the taste of root beer either way. Probably, I'm guessing it was the sickly sweet, A&W root beer that you give to kids. I'll be lucky if I get a third out of this. Probably not. No, I did get a third. Okay, so I got a graviton deflector and I got a phaser beam array out of that. I'm surprised I got third place. And I'd been mistargeting and hitting a Tholian ship for about 15 seconds on that, so shows how fun it is to farm. Yeah, if I could just get these credits and the marks.
Warning.
Root beer is
Ship
described
under
as
attack.
vile. It's too sweet, bubbly, and coy. Yes, that's exactly what Garrick thought when Quark introduced him to it. So yeah, it seems that it would be the A&W kids root beer, pretty much. Okay. I think something else sold. No, nothing else sold just yet. But we can shark the exchange a little bit more with that covariant array. I'll probably do this tomorrow. It's good to be back in the mood. Now, hopefully, people are able to hear the game audio in addition to mine. You can hear my speakers, so obvious, or you can hear my microphone. And what? Oh, yeah, stuff has been selling. Okay, so I've still got this disruptor turret ready to sell. And what are the phaser beams going for? Accuracy damage? Get back there. There we go. Okay. Drag that there. Alright, so cheapest one is going for 80,000. Yeah, I think 149.95. Why not? Well, I could let it go for 99.95, but I don't want to be too stupid about that. And Quark, it also described the Federation. Yeah, and being insidious. Yeah. And that's exactly how soda is. I mean, it's insidious. It gets you to where you just crave it nonstop, whether it's root beer or whether it's anything else. Okay, so do one more. Let's see how much graviton deflector array. Okay, that was a graviton deflector with drain experience and hull capacity 20,000. Tell you what, let's give somebody a 99.95 break on that. There. Okay. Just open that. Open that. And I'll probably spend, like, some time off stream just kind of sharking some more of this stuff down off of the exchange and, slowly making more money on that. I think I should be due for, yes, refined dilithium. So I can go ahead and refine another 8,000 dilithium, and I've got 428,000 refined. And I'm still sitting on 1,728,000. We've practically made 500,000 raw dilithium today, in addition to 58 million energy credits from the what's in the box, from all of those Endeavor boxes, all of the daily and universal Endeavor boxes just opened in one huge go. And I want to thank everybody for watching my stream. And what I have to do is I have to do my signature, because when I close the stream, I have to close it, well, actually I'm headed to the transporter room for this. Because I like to at least finish my stream with a nice scenic view of, San Francisco by Starfleet Academy. So we'll beam down to Starfleet Academy here. But yeah, if you have a decent enough ship build, and my ship build is actually pretty well decent where, you saw it's able to handle third place reasonably within the crystalline event. I'm able to get some equipment drops out of it. If you have a decent enough ship build, the crystalline catastrophe event is a great way to farm stuff out, especially where there's a 0-second cooldown on it right now. So there's the eternal flame, and there's the view from San Francisco. Oh, and you might notice it's been a while since I did my last stream. I have made some upgrades to my equipment. I finally got the Advanced Herald Anti-Proton Beam Projector, which is one of the best ground weapons in the game. I thought it was the Vulcan Lirpa from the Hearts and Minds event, but no, it is by far the Advanced Herald Anti-Proton Beam Projector on that. And like I said, with my ship, I'm able to get a really decent amount of damage out of it because I'm using the House Martok equipment build. I'm using 2 of the 3 pieces for that. I've got the 360-degree weapon combined with the defensive configuration console. Both are at Mark 15. I've got Nausicaan Energy Torpedo along with the Nausicaan Disruptor Beam Array and the Siphon Capacitor right here. So that's given me a huge boost for my disruptor. I mean, the Nausicaan Bajor Martok build is the way to go for this because you just get plus 6 disruptor damage, plus 50 hull penetration, in addition to the boost from the house, 2 of the pieces of the House Martok set. And House Martok set 2.5% added critical chance, 15% accuracy rating, and then you add the Bajor deflector array, and I've got 2 of the 4 pieces of that going here. And 2 of the 4 pieces does an additional 4% phaser, 4% disruptor, 4% plasma. I really should have shown this like in orbit to get a better idea of the stats. I know it's not a true representation. In fact, I think we'll do that. I think we're just going to head. We'll beam up to the ship. Let's go to Sol System. Yeah. Because, yeah, I maxed out as much as I could on my Styx Dreadnought build. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a look at the Styx Dreadnought build. And I'm, again, using the House Martok, using a tachyokinetic converter, bioneural infusion circuits, interphasic instability. And I know, people are probably going to be screaming at me like, don't use that, don't use this kind of thing. It's, for me it works. You saw how it worked on Crystalline reliably. And I've got an assimilated module here. Prior's World Satellite. That was the one that I was telling you about from the previous Prior's World Task Force special event that just concluded before Crystalline. And this one, it gives you a plus 14.3 directed energy damage boost, minus 25% weapon power cost, and I can throw out a little satellite every 2 minutes or so that will grab on to, any enemies within 10 kilometers for 5 seconds, and it'll pull them towards the satellite, and it'll just hit them with 2 times omnidirectional phaser arrays with fire at will permanently activated, which deals 788.5 phaser damage per attack. Then I've also got Nausicaan Siphon Capacitor as well. Weapon Sensor Enhancer, that's giving a plus 42 to my accuracy and my ablative hull plating. I've got the Hydrodynamic Compensator, that's giving me added flight turn, added weapon accuracy, and power. sustained radiant field. That's for the bonus to the hull heals, all weapon damage, and shield heals. And I'm kind of, I use this as kind of like a wild card spot, so I'm just, throwing in a very rare disruptor induction coil. And with that, yeah, 11% critical chance with a 108.5% severity. Not great, but not terrible. And I'll do a demonstration of this in Infected the Conduit Advance. I'll probably take like 30k damage if I've done this right. Yeah, Infected the Conduit Advance. There we go. Not screaming, but your TAC consoles are a little over the place. What's your goal there? I just throw shit together into a build and hope it all works. That's pretty much me. So no disruptor omnis. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually, as soon as there's like a reputation. I'm not a reputation. As soon as there's like equipment upgrade weekend going, I'm gonna get some disruptor targeting boosters from the Fleet Spire and just mark those up to 15 and get those going on this build, and that'll replace a lot of the weird universal consoles. But oh, and the other, yeah, I mean, the other weapons I was using in the back here, in the front, Terran Task Force Disruptor Beam Array, so that's dealing 1,070 by itself. And for Advanced Fleet Disruptor Beam Arrays, damage times 4 in the back. So, also, the Red Matter Capacitor from the Phoenix Prize event is a really good console to have on that. Just, yeah, fleet vulnerability locators. That's what I was thinking about. And I would jump about 50k in DPS on that. And they stack too, don't they, Silvershy? I think those have to stack. Because I've seen, like, people with like 4 of them. And if it stacks, it gets them like insane amounts of damage. Yeah, they do stack. Yeah. That's the good thing I like about, some of the consoles in Star Trek Online is they will stack and stack to your advantage on that. So I could just get Infected the Conduit. I think it's because everybody's playing Crystalline on this. But maybe, yeah, there we go. Infected the Conduit's ready. Right. And we're off. Hey, 149.95 means something sold on the exchange again. All right, I'm gonna keeping stats. Not a good way to start. All right. Now you'll see the advantage of that Prior's World satellite will have here in a minute.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I might want to rearrange my HUD at some point to get rid of that enemy damage indicator. It's a little annoying. Okay.
You will be assimilated.
If that's a little loud, I'm very sorry about that. I have to turn that down when I get a chance, but... Okay. Now, we'll fire that.
4 shields failing. Right shield failing.
I know, I could probably be getting a lot more out of this build,
Target's shields have
but I'm
failed.
just kind of a lazy player. So, I mean, I've been watching more, Star Trek Online Unrefined and Augmented Dictator and Digital Kaiser and Master Jack Wiz, but I'm just kind of a lazy player. I've been, just
Hull integrity
so
below
obsessive compulsive
75%.
about saving all those random boxes for today's stream. All right. Okay.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Just gotta fly the ship you want to fly. It is a game. Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing. I mean, and I don't know if anybody's following what's going on with Congress, but some angry Republicans gotten all butthurt about wanting to ban loot crates, especially from like EA games, which EA is notoriously guilty for. I'm sorry. But, to a certain extent, a developer has to get paid for their effort, and loot crates and microtransactions. Oh, okay, so we're not going to get the optional on this one, so I don't think anybody's going to keep score.
Right shield failing. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Okay. Target some of these other enemies. So yeah, and just as a
Shields failing.
thank you to everybody who's watching, you are watching KSR fans playing Star Trek Online.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Star Trek Online played in the most ridiculous way possible. Yep. Just gotta clear the board.
Target's shields have failed.
You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Target's shields have failed.
So yeah, microtransactions are how developers have to get paid. I mean, you can't have. I mean, free to play is a great concept. Don't get me wrong, but you still have to pay people for the development of a free to play game, and making microtransactions is kind of a necessary evil in that sense. All right, we keep those nanite spheres away from what we're trying to do here. Go. don't let those nanite spears get. Come on. Get it, please. There we go. Alright.
Target's shield.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
And as you can see, it's not doing too terrible.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your home world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Nope, stay alive.
Shields failing.
Stay
Hull integrity below
alive.
25%.
Oh yeah. Probably not. No. Damn it.
You will lower
It's
your
not a
shields.
perfect build,
Prepare to be boarded.
but at least it held out for as long as it did, and I'm not too happy. I'm not too upset about that. So. Okay. Let's get right back into it.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Alright, just gotta keep hammering away. I know it's risky to do this in the middle of combat, but I like to live on the edge. Yeah. Oh, looks like the nanite spears were getting to it, were they? No. Okay. Not gonna fire off the Prayers World satellite here.
You will be
But-
Borg.
I'm gonna do it right here. There we go. Have fun with that. Ha ha ha.
Target's shields have failed.
There you go. I like that Prayers World satellite. It's great for task force operations like this because you can.
Rear shields failing.
Alright, stay alive. Just gotta keep. Just hit this with everything we got now.
Resistance is futile.
Hopefully, if other people are paying attention, they'll see that I'm trying to take out the transformer. Okay. I'm surprised that cube hasn't targeted me yet. Well, now that I say it. Okay, so we're whittling him down. There we go. That popped it.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Rear shield failing. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity.
No.
5%.
Auxiliary system damage. Oh well.
Warning. Ship
Resistance is futile.
Target's shields have failed.
And we still didn't even get that cube from
We will
above
add your
the
technological and biological
one-
distinctiveness to our own.
nanite transformer. That's actually kind of
4
weird.
shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Oh
Rear
no,
shields failing.
no, don't die. Don't die on me.
Right shield
Please
failing.
don't die on me.
Left shield failing.
Come Oh, this is not a perfect build. Needs work. I mean, I would love to have one of those murder boat builds like, Augmented Dictator has with his sticks.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
You will be assimilated.
At least we're not having to try to constantly fight back the nanite spheres now. So we got both of the transformers taken out of the way. And why haven't they taken out the gateway yet? I'm kind of shocked about that. Wait, it's still spewing out nanite spheres?
Warning.
That's...
Ship is under attack.
Oh, because it thinks that there's a transformer underneath that cube. That's what it has to be.
Rear shields failing. Right shield failing.
Alright.
4 shields failing. Left shield failing.
Your defensive capabilities
Oh,
are
that's-
unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
That's not the way. Okay. Alright.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Alright. Take out what's left of the gateway. Okay, there we go. That's one problem down out of this.
Right shield's failing.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your home world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
Shield's failing. Rear shield's failing.
And we still got the tactical cube, and I think we've got that other cube to go too.
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, we still got that other
Shield's
cube.
failing. Hull integrity below 25%.
Oh, stay alive. Okay.
Hull integrity below 50%.
We have the
Shield
bulwark.
failed. Right shield's failing. Rear shield's failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%. Hull integrity below 25%. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Oh, there.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
After all those nanite spheres, this cube seems a little weak.
Surrender your vessel.
Especially when you punch through
Prepare
one
for
side of the
assimilation.
shields.
Target's shields have failed.
And this took way too long for infected the conduit advance. I think
You will be assimilated.
Target's shields have failed.
just kind of spinning around this tactical
4
cube,
shields
doing a
failing.
kind of a
Rear
can
shields
opener
failing.
maneuver.
Right shield's failing.
All right. Okay. Any stats out of this? Hopefully. Hopefully somebody was keeping a score. Well, no, I just left the map, so I'm not going to find out. Oh well. Oh well. I think maybe it's probably a good enough time for me to call it quits. I mean, I'm already, I think, what, 45? No, I'm almost an hour and a half over from where I was gonna end the stream on that. So I think something else did so, but yeah, I think this is a good enough point. Oh, and I had more prisoners transferred. There we go. Okay, I think this is probably a good enough point to call an end to the stream and go one thing here. Where was it? There we go. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and probably end the stream right here. And I would like to say thank you to all of you who have been watching me on Twitch. And this has been KSR Fans playing Star Trek Online. I've been your host, Randolph Vance. And you can find us every weekend here on twitch.tv. And you can also find us on my Discord server. I was running it all by myself today, so I'm probably going to see 100 different messages in my Discord server now, and I'm sorry that I didn't get to any of you all today. But, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Silvershibe. Thank you, Shadow Elf. Thank you, Onyx. And who else? Who else was contributing here? Shingara, thank you. Hate3K, thank you for that. Thank you all. Thank 7 people watching. That's not too terrible for a Saturday afternoon with almost no recognition out of all this. So yeah, thank you all for watching KSR Fans playing Star Trek Online. And I've been your host, Randolph Vance, and we will see you next week. Or actually, I'll probably be on tomorrow just to do some more farming for the Crystalline Catastrophe event, and just get more stuff sold that way, and just equip my ships that way. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and have a great night. Bye-bye.